Hi everyone, it's Miss Emily from the Learn and Play Montessori team, and I'm here with some more educational tips and ideas to educate and bring out the best in your little ones. The importance of play continues to emerge, and in this video, we're really going to have a look at why play is so important. And we're going to have a look at ways that you can encourage play during your day-to-day life at home or even when you're out of the home. One of the biggest reasons that play is so important in the early years is because it allows your child to work on all of their areas. Their physical, their intellectual, their emotional, and their social skills. Through different kinds of play, your child can be working on one set of these skills or multiple sets of these skills at the same time. For example, if we think of a role play situation, playing an ice cream shop, of course their imagination is coming through, so their emotional skills as well as their social skills if they are playing with another child. Then of course come in the other areas. They may be counting ice cream scoops, working on their intellect skills. They may be identifying different colors of ice cream. And of course, they'll be working on their physical skills, their fine motor and gross motor, as they play along with the role play, scooping and placing scoops of ice cream into their real cone or their imaginative cone. Play allows children to be curious. It allows them to investigate and examine through trial and error in a situation where they probably won't feel wrong. They are experimenting. They explore things such as weight. They explore things such as different texture. And through play, you aren't ever really wrong. You may make some mistakes. However, your children may try again until the play works better for them. We then also have the added benefits of group play. So when a child is playing on their own, of course they'll be working on their imagination, they'll be working on some social skills as they practice using a vocabulary that they know. But when your child takes the next step and is then playing in a group setting, they're working on a whole other set of skills, such as sharing and working together, working as a team, as well as learning to use things such as negotiation skills and resolving issues that may happen whilst they are playing together. And then when your child is playing with you, it also strengthens a parent-child relationship and bond. And it really allows a parent to see the world from the child's view. If you are playing an imaginative or role-play game, you can see how your child views the world as they act things out. And it's quite funny because you'll often see your child role-playing certain things that happen during their day, or they may be mimicking sentences that you say to them. Now let's have a look at some of the ways that you can encourage play in your child's daily life, whether at home or out of the home. First of all, a great way to encourage play is asking your child lots of questions. And you'll find that through repeatedly asking your child questions, they will eventually start to mirror you, and it will really encourage their curiosity, and they will start to ask questions too. For example, if I drop this pebble into the puddle, what do you think will happen? Do you think there will be a splash? Why don't we find out? Simple questions like these are fun ways to spark your child's curiosity and encourage them to start playing. Another great one is if you have collected a lot of empty toilet roll tubes. I wonder how many toilet roll tubes we can stack up into a tower. This really starts your child thinking about the different ways that they can play with items. When encouraging play, it is important for you yourself to be imaginative, because this is how your child is going to learn to dig deeper into their own imagination. So if we take example the toilet roll tubes, they could definitely serve the purpose as building blocks and making towers or possible houses. But if we add some crayons or some pen onto our toilet roll tubes, they could become dolls or family members, which we could also use to play with. It's also important to offer some toys or items that provide an opportunity for open-ended play. That means that they could serve a variety of purposes. Just because it is a toilet roll doesn't mean it just has to be used as a toilet roll or a building block. You could also use them to roll them down a ramp. You could use them for crafts. You could use them as dolls. It's important to use other items aside from just practical toys that will help your child to really think outside of the box. They could use them for problem solving as well as sparking their imagination. So without further ado, here are my favorite activities that really encourage your children to learn through play. First of all, sand and water play seems so simple, but sand and water play can be extended into so many different activities and can fit around so many different themes. Using sand and water sensory, you can dig into your numeracy skills by measuring different amounts or noticing which cup has more, which cup has less. You can also have some science experiments, watching water evaporate, or even having a box of dry sand and a box of wet sand and noticing the difference in the texture. You can work on your physical skills, scooping and pouring, digging up and burying. Of course, you can also work on your literacy skills. Within sand, you could do some tracing, or you could try to fish out some letters within the water. Play-Doh is another great open-ended activity that can be used across many themes. It's a great activity for strengthening those fine motor skills and again the imagination. It could be used to make letters to spell out words, or it can be used in STEM and science experiments, trying to build a sturdy bridge or the sturdiest tower. Music and dancing is my next favorite activity for encouraging learning through play. Another real simple one that really doesn't involve many resources, but through listening to music and incorporating dance, children learn a variety of skills such as following instruction and learning rhythm and beat. You can also learn various body parts, countries, parts of a plant, you name it. There are so many songs out there that could be applied to anything in everyday life. In fact, you can even make up your own little rhymes and songs for something specific that you would like to teach your child. When it comes to tying shoelaces, learning the alphabet, to days of the week, there are many songs and rhymes that really encourage learning through play and let your child have fun while they are learning these concepts. Last of all, a super easy way to encourage learning through play is nature play. And that is simply going outside of the house and taking a walk and seeing what kind of games you can make up on the way. Simple things such as a scavenger hunt, looking for the biggest leaf, comparing sizes of trees or colors of flowers. There are so many games that you can make up while you are outside. And of course, it gives your child fresh air and the exercise that they really need during this stage of their life. So there you have it, some great easy ways that you can start bringing play into your daily routine and encouraging your child's imagination, vocabulary, intellect, as well as their physical and social skills. Speak to you next time. Bye.